Kazuki here. Before today's video starts, just wanted to explain that this is something that was on my mind at the time. It was very difficult for me to actually record this because let's just say it's not something I like talking about. Um, I do ask that you do watch it to the end. And if you think it can help somebody, please by all means pass it on. And we'll get back to. I'm hopefully going to get the next Fable out sometime this week. And we'll see where we go from there. I've got a new series starting hopefully Monday, which is called Tropicana 5, which is a strategy game as far as I know. I've only played a little bit, and so far I like it. So, thank you. Enjoy the video, and please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.
Norris, will you turn that racket down? I'm trying to do a vlog.
Hello, Kazuki here. I've recorded this a couple of times because I haven't really felt that I've done it justice. This is hard for me. I don't just, talk to cameras. I've been feeling lately that there's a lot of things in this world where we'll go, that's too hard, I'm not doing it. And it's a real shame because you never know what that opportunity is. And this is something that's happened in my own life, and I know, and there's times where I could have done something, I could have done it, and I didn't. And now I really regret it, and I'm coming to realise that life is short. I'm only 30, and yeah, not coming melodramatic, but there's a lot of people out there that want to do something, and they don't have. It can be several reasons why they don't do it. One, it could be it looks too hard. Two, there's nobody there to really encourage them. And I think that's what's wrong with the world. I think, we need more of a push, would be the word I would use. And I went for a very hard 2 years. About a year. It finished about a year ago, so it would be 3 years. Where I moved into a flat, and I like the flat. But unfortunately, there was things that were happening that were not nice. It's one of the darkest. It's got to be one of the hardest times I've been through. I'm in a flat. The ceilings are wafer thin, so you can hear the people above you walking across the landing. They were having parties all night, and they just weren't very sympathetic. I mean, I asked them to turn it down. I would knock the door. I would try to be nice about it, and they would just literally ignore you. You were back to square one. There was screaming, there was shouting, there was arguing. She even sort of threw herself out the window, which I can't understand, but yeah, it's the one thing that is. I know I'm preaching, I'm sorry. But that was one of the darkest and sort of loneliest times of my life, because I was getting up at I was going to bed at 11, and their music would start around about then. There were times when I would just get in a taxi and go and sleep on my dad's living room floor. And the depression in itself isolated me. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to do anything. For a guy that likes to go camping a lot, you know, and just go and have fun with my friends, I didn't want to do it. I just sat there. At the time, I didn't have a job, and like, because of the depression, I just didn't want to. You know, and that's a big thing in I think in some lives. And do you know what got me through it? Faith. I'm a Christian, and I'm proud of it. But this, okay, please don't turn it off. This also goes for non-Christians. Don't ever let yourself get to a state where I was close to doing something I was going to regret. I'd called the police several times, and to be fair on them, they were good. They did what they could. But there isn't a lot you can do. It was my word against theirs. And that was what was frustrating about it, is because the housing association, which I won't mention them by name, weren't doing anything, because it was my word against theirs. And I came to such a point, and depression is really, 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 really a bad thing, and it doesn't go away like that because you have circumstances. I've now recently, as I say, a year, I moved away. I moved into a nice new flat. As you can see, it's nice. I've got a nice new flat. It's quiet. The neighbours are fantastic. If you're watching this, guys, yeah, thumbs up to you. And this is all because I had faith. I had faith that the Lord, my Jesus, would help me out. And that is why I'm doing this video today, because there's so many people out there that are suffering with depression. And depression, not everybody shows the fact that they're depressed. There's some famous people. Robin Williams was one of them. A famous comedian. Would always make other people laugh because it made him feel better. But in the end, he hid it. He didn't get help for it. And that caused him to take his own life. There was so many people that hide their depression, and I feel that it's my duty to help them. So if you're watching this and you have got depression, take my advice. Go to the doctors. Tell them what's going on. They put me, when I went to the doctors, they put me in touch with a fantastic counsellor. She was there for me. She put things into perspective, and she wasn't judging. She was a genuinely nice person. She's just a Christian, a normal Christian person. And they don't just go by. You can select whether you decide to go for a Christian counsellor, or you can go for somebody that isn't Christian. There's counsellors of all faiths. I thank you for watching. I mean, this is not something that's been easy to say. I mean, like, I've always had a rough life. with my learning difficulties and other things. My mum's, I lost a little brother at the age of, I was 8, he was only 5 days old. And today that still affects me, that still really upsets me. But the things that I've done, I am proud I've done. I'm a member of the local boys brigade. I went right the way through the ranks from 11. I'm still there today. And I really enjoy doing it. Because it gives me pleasure to see that I can help other young people that were in the same situation as me. I went right the way through the Boys Brigade and got the highest award in the brigades. Only 7 people in 100 years in our company have ever had that award. And I'm proud that I did that. But then that's where in my mind it went wrong. Because I just stopped. I should have carried on doing the big stuff. I should have got myself a job earlier. I don't know why I've been led to make this video, but I am going to put it on YouTube, even though it is hard for me, because saying it's been hard, because sort of depression doesn't just go away. It still rears its head every now and then when I dwell on the past, or if something happens, and that's just the way I feel. But there are ways that people need to know that with depression, you're not alone. You can get over it, you can get better. There's all sorts of different things you can do. Mostly you need a good set of friends, which I have. And you need... Sorry. You need to be able to have you know... And it's not easy, but then again, life isn't. I mean, my circumstances now have changed quite radically. I have a new flat. I'm happy. The neighbours are good. Most of all, it's quiet. It's nicely decorated. And it makes me realise that there's people out there that haven't even got that. I think this has made me realise that we need to be grateful for what we've got. So I thank you for watching anyway. I thank you for listening to me rant and rave. I don't know, I just felt led to say that. God is good. And even if you're not Christian, things can be done about the depression. I would encourage you to sort of seek out professional help. You see, but this is why I'm so grateful for what I've got, because I was in a flat where I had no carpets. It was half decorated, and it was a nice big flat, but it wasn't here. You could hear like everything, the sliders bang, the sliders shake. They could just have been having a conversation and you would hear them. And I just think, and like, I did pray, yes, there were a few times I slipped up. I felt very, very alone. But at least I was able to talk. I've got some fantastic friends, Irena, Andy. If you're watching, I want to just thank you for everything you've done. And if you know somebody that has got dementia that isn't on YouTube or isn't, because I think all my subscribers are just friends, I ask that you do pass this on. You do share this. Anyway, rant over. I did this. I just felt led. I've been in prayer, and I felt led just to make this video. It's not been an easy path, and I can't promise you that it'll just go away. But for those of you that are Christian, step out in faith. Don't just sort of, God is there for us, and if we have anything we have to say to Him, He will listen and He will help and act. But it took 2 years for me to be able to get out of that place. And do I regret it? No, I don't. God has plans for each and every one of us, and He does test us, and that's something that we need to remember. Don't sit in silence. There's been too many cases where people have sat in silence for too long, and they've done things that are irreversible. I don't like to think about it, but that could have been me, and trust me, I thought about it. I just want to thank you for actually listening to me, and if you do know somebody that needs this help and needs to look at this video, by all means just pass it on. I'll be so glad if I can just help one person with depression, because it's not a good thing. It doesn't just go away. So God bless, and I'll see you again soon with my normal bouts of videos. See you soon. God bless.